Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to share with you another $5 dinners. I have not done this in a couple of months, and this one I decided I was going to share with you some recipes that included chicken. So I have not shared any $5 dinners with chicken because obviously chicken is expensive. So I'm going to share with you how I'm breaking down the price of this for each meal to be around $5. I will share with that in a couple of minutes, but basically I'm buying my chicken in bulk and I'm buying it whenever it's on sale and at a better price. These are 4 $5 dinners, and then the last one isn't a $5 meal, but it is my favorite chicken recipe to date. It's amazing. You want to stick around for that one. But I hope you enjoy. All of the products down below are listed with prices. I priced them with Walmart. Obviously, if you live in a different location, you need to take that into consideration. I live in Texas and everything's pretty cheap here. So I hope you enjoy, and I will see you after the video. So how I am going to use this chicken for my $5 dinners is I'm going to look at my price, which is $6.27 and $6.24. So if I add them up, it's gonna be around $12.50, which if I divide into 5 meals, it ends up being around like $2.50 something cents a meal. So I bought chicken legs because they were the cheapest at Aldi, $1.69 a pound. When I'm buying chicken for meals, that's usually just what I do. I buy whatever is on sale. So I went with this. I'm not really picky about it for these meals because they are going to be cut up and shredded, so it's not going to matter like what the chicken looks like, and there's nothing wrong with leg meat. So I'm going to use this for my meals. So that's how the money is broken up. Alright, so the first meal I'm going to show you is chicken and rice. This is one of my husband's like favorite all-time meals. It's really simple and cheap. So you just need chicken. I'm only going to use like 2 legs, so about 1 pound to 2 pounds, depending on how meaty you want it. I'm going to use just 1 pound of rice, so I'm going to use half. I'm going to use 1 Lipton onion soup mix for seasoning. And I'm gonna use a cream of mushroom. If I need more, I would use another cream of mushroom, but I have a cream of chicken. So you can make it work if you don't have both, but I like cream of mushroom better. And my all-time favorite, Uncle Chris's. If I didn't put this in this, my husband would be like, what? So there you go. So the trick to making this taste good, I have found, is that I spray my casserole dish and make sure it's a big one. And I lay my chicken in here. So I'm gonna link an article. I'm just saying this because if this video gets a lot of views, there's always people, it's not really my followers, but it's people who just wanna say things, comment that I don't wash my meat. Well, I'm linking an article. The FDA says you don't have to. It's actually riskier to wash your meat and spread germs by splashing of water and transferring your meat. It's riskier. So the less transfer of your meat, the better. That's why I don't wash my meat, because if you cook it at a high enough temperature, you don't need to. So let me wash my hand. All right, so my chicken I'm gonna cook in this pan first. So I used to cook the chicken separately. I would boil it or whatever. But I found that if you cook it in the pan, it leaves the chicken juices, like brothy stuff, in the pan, and then you use this to actually like cook your casserole in, and the juices just make it taste so much better versus like boiling it and losing all the chicken juice. Sounds gross, but you know what I mean. I'm gonna put a little bit on Uncle Chris's, and I'm gonna put this in the oven at 425, I guess for like 30 minutes, until all of it is completely cooked. You want to make sure it is sealed, and I'm going to push rice, and it's going to go for 12 minutes, and it's going to be perfect. Okay, so see what I mean about all like the chicken juice? Like this is what's gonna give it flavor. So I shredded it, and now my rice, perfectly cooked. Okay, so this is basically done. I only used 1 cream of mushroom. If I had more rice, I would add more. It just depends on how like mushy or dry you want it. But I'm gonna put it back in the oven. I left the oven on from earlier, and this is basically just gonna heat it up since the rice and the chicken are already cooked. Alright, so for this recipe, I'm going to share with you how to make homemade chicken pot pie. This is one of my favorite meals. It sounds kind of intimidating, but it's really easy to make. Alright, so I have about 1.5 pounds of chicken. I'm going to put this in the oven, and I'm going to let it cook. You could boil the chicken, or you could buy a rotisserie chicken and just pick chicken off, and it would go faster. But I'm going to cook this, and while this is cooking, I'm going to let my pie crust start thawing. Okay, so in your pan, you are going to take half a stick of butter and let it melt. And then you're going to add your chicken broth. And then you're going to slowly start to whisk in flour. And this is going to make like the battery paste inside the chicken pot pie. And then you're going to slowly pour in your milk, making sure that it doesn't burn. So you want to be stirring a lot. And continue to whisk in your flour and make sure it doesn't sit too long without stirring or it'll burn. And once it's at a good consistency, then I will add in the vegetables and the chicken. Okay, so this is what it looks like right now. You can add more flour, make it thicker. We prefer more like chicken and vegetables versus like the batter, so just depends on whatever you'd like. Okay guys, so for this meal, this is one of my favorite easy recipes like ever. This is chicken fried rice. My kids love it, I love it. It's really simple to make. All you need is mixed vegetables, like a pound of chopped up chicken, a few eggs, soy sauce, and rice of your choice. Okay, so I'm gonna be cooking this in my Instant Pot. I think that this is the easiest way, the fastest way to cook this meal. However, you can just do this like on a skillet on your stovetop and just boil the rice separately. But I'm gonna start by putting 2 cups of rice in my Instant Pot. I'm gonna cook it on the rice setting, and once that is done cooking, I will show you how to add everything else in. Okay, so now that my rice is cooked, I'm gonna make a spot where the pan can cook the eggs. So that's really all that you need, and I'm gonna switch this to saute. And if you were doing this like on a stovetop, you would just combine it like on high heat. So I'm gonna crack a couple of eggs and I'm gonna let it sit there and like scramble them, and that's how you're gonna like incorporate the egg mixture into the rice. The one and only. All right, so this is about cooked, and now I'm gonna stir. Okay, so if you wanted to go for a meatless option, I would stop here. But once my chicken is done cooking, I'm gonna shred it and add it in here, and that's basically it. Chicken recipe is called Ritz Chicken, and so basically you cook your chicken however you want to. You can boil it, you can cook it in the oven. I cooked it in the oven and made sure it was all the way done. Now I'm gonna shred it and cut it up. I'm gonna add in cream of chicken, and then I'm gonna add in a small thing of sour cream. I'm gonna mix it all together with the chicken, and then I'm gonna top it with Ritz crackers and some butter. It's really good. Alright, so this is done. It's going to go in the oven at 350. It's basically done, like the meat's done, so you're just heating everything up, but you don't want to cook it too long or too high because the crackers will burn. You also don't have to use as much butter as I did. And this is the best meal ever. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and comment down below some more video ideas you would like for me. I'm thinking about trying some Starbucks coffee recipes for at home for cheaper. Let me know if you would like that. I will see y'all again next time. Bye, everybody.